You are listening to the Loida Lewis podcast, hosted by Loida Nicholas Lewis. She's a trailblazing businesswoman, leader, philanthropist, and the widow of Reginald F. Lewis, the visionary leader who was the first African American to build $1 billion company. With unparalleled determination, Loida Lewis has not only excelled as a successful attorney, but also shaped a billion-dollar empire. Following the untimely passing of her husband, Reginald F. Lewis, she took the helm of TLC Beatrice, carving her legacy as a successful business leader. Be inspired and learn from her as she shares her wisdom, the secrets to her success in both business, in love, and in life. Let's live, love, laugh, and learn. With your host, Miss Loida Lewis.
Welcome to the Loida Lewis podcast, and I have the honor of presenting to you the first Filipino on the Harvard University Governing Board, the Board of Directors of Harvard, and she is Geraldine Acuña-Sunshine. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Good morning to everyone. Thank you, Mrs. Lewis, for inviting us here and inviting me to speak with you. It's really an honor to be here and to speak to all our kababayans and everyone watching.
Yes, and actually, Geraldine, you can call me Loida because I call you Geraldine. Yes, but Geraldine is a superwoman doing so many things for the Filipino American community and for the Philippines. So let's start with that. You know, you were born in the Philippines. Which province?
Copies.
In Capiz, Hiligaynon. Right. And she went to Poveda, and then tell us after that.
So after I went to elementary school in Poveda, a school I really, really love. And we migrated to the U.S. with my family, first in Chicago for a little bit, and then in Texas, where the rest of my dad's family currently is, mostly in the medical profession. And then I went to Harvard College, and I stayed on. So attended Harvard College, the Harvard Kennedy School of Government. I have a master in public policy because I always wanted to do something good and serve the public in some way, especially in the Philippines. And then Columbia Law School. So I was practicing law for a long, long time.
So just imagine that, 3 degrees, 2 from Harvard and 1 from Columbia University here in New York. So she's a lawyer too.
Right.
So can you just tell us your life being a lawyer and then something happened?
Yeah, so I attended Columbia Law School and decided to get some experience, as a lot of young people do, in corporate law. Worked for White & Case, did project finance and banking, and did that for a while. Got married to a really good friend from college, my best friend. It's a great marriage because of that foundation.
So they were classmates at Harvard University in college.
Yes, and moved to Boston, practiced law there too, doing venture capital, private equity law.
Okay, venture capital means looking at businesses and buying it and making it profitable.
Correct. And then went in-house, actually, to work with my husband at his hedge fund and helped start the legal department at his hedge fund. And again, did that for many, many years.
All right. So just for your information, Gabe Sunshine is summa cum laude at University of Harvard University. Okay, that's how bright he is.
Yeah, so my husband was really very, very smart. He had a perfect score. He's going to kill me for saying this, but he had a perfect SAT score at age 13.
Did you see that? 800.
And he each in 800 in each of reading and math. And was taking all these classes at the University of Maryland because his high school didn't have enough math classes.
At 13.
So went to Harvard and studied math, applied math and computer science, and was recruited by Goldman Sachs because he was so quantitatively oriented And he joined Goldman for a bit before starting his own fund in Boston. So.
All right, so that's where it grew. Okay, but in the meantime, as she was the legal arm of his hedge fund, something happened to her family.
Yes. So in 2015, I discovered that my brother started to show signs of a movement disorder. He wasn't walking correctly. He started to have these spasms. And my family and I, because he was in his mid-30s already, so my family and I were wondering, what is this? Why is he? And my brother's a doctor, too. And we couldn't figure it out, but finally we were able to determine through a clinic at Mass General Hospital in Boston that he had a form of Parkinson's dystonia Parkinsonism, that was found that only affects Filipinos. It's called X-linked Dystonia Parkinsonism. It's XDP. And it looks like Parkinson's, but it affects Filipinos mostly with ancestry from Region 6.
Region 6, that's the Visayas region.
Yes.
And only male.
Mostly male.
Mostly
there
male.
are some, it's genetic. So there are some women who are also affected if you have it on both sides of the family, but not as many as males. And so he started to basically, after the first year, you are unable to move normally. And some people become bedridden. So we were very concerned with my brother's condition. And I decided to, and my husband agreed with me, that we would start a foundation, a research center, actually, at Harvard, at Mass General Hospital, specifically, which is a Harvard-affiliated hospital, to solve this disease. So we did that. We created a research center, and we are very close to finding a cure. We found the gene. We understand the disease mechanisms, and we have really very strong ideas of how to solve it, mostly through gene. The three possible therapies are gene editing, gene therapy, and small molecule drugs. So in addition to that, I set up the Sunshine Care Foundation in the Philippines because, again, this is a disease that affects mostly Filipinos. And we provide free medical care to patients and their families that are affected by this disease. Actually, Cara David. Karen Davila also knows about this, but Cara David did a series, actually a show on us on Eyewitness, which you can also find online, about this disease and the caregivers who take care of our patients. And basically, we provide this care because it usually affects males who are in their mid-30s. And by that time, when they're affected, they already have little kids. They have a job that they no longer, if they're a breadwinner, they lose. And it falls on the wife to take care of both the husband, the children, and work to sustain that family. So families fall apart. And sometimes the wife leaves because she's so stressed out and she can't handle it. She leaves the family with the aging parents of the husband, which is not sustainable in any way because they're also old. So the question was, what can we do as a community to help support these families? So we created the Sunshine Care Foundation, and I hire family members of our patients to be the liaison between the patients. And, we're in the Philippines, right? So we have many, and now it's not just Region 6 because of migration, people are all over. To be the liaison between the foundation and the patient so that we can bring them in for their medical care. There are some medicines that can help with the symptoms and give them better quality of life. They can also join research if they would like to be part of our research, because really, when you have a genetic disease, the only people who can help are the people affected. So yes. We are really working all together, my family included, to solve this disease together. And so we give jobs, and there are other nonprofit organizations, NGOs in the Philippines who are helping us with livelihood projects and capacity. So we teach our patients and their families how to do organic farming, livelihood projects. We supply chicks and for chickens, pigs. There's some ducks. And then we teach them how to sustain themselves economically. And and when they do really well, they can even sell this. So they can really sustain themselves, and the family stays together, the community stays together. We provide medical care. We provide therapy. Some of our patients and their caregivers need therapy. We have genetic counselors that are on call 24/7. And our clinic is also available 24/7. That's in Capiz and Iloilo. And we are affiliated with all the big hospitals in Metro Manila. In their neurology departments, they are aware of what we're doing. So in our small way, with this particular population, we are really helping take care of them and taking care of each other while solving this disease. And when this disease is solved, which it will be, we will be on the map for contributing greatly to the understanding of how the brain works and Parkinson's. And this is, through our people suffering, we will be able to contribute to science greatly to the world. And I'm very excited about that.
Did you hear that? Because she can do it, she is solving not only her brother, but all the Filipinos in the Philippines who are contracting this disease. Disease means it attacks the movement.
Yes.
And so until she came around, she is not solving only her brother, but also the illness in the Philippines and the rest of the world. And it's not only just the disease, it's the whole family, because the whole family is involved and giving jobs. So, bravo. Bravo, Geraldine.
Can
Thank
I
you.
also add, so if any of you are out there who are, of course, Filipino and have signs of Parkinson and maybe can retrace your ancestry to Region 6 or are questioning what you have, please reach out to us at CCXDP.org.
Okay, did you get that, everyone? Thank you. Thank you. That's very good.
And you can also reach out. So that's the research arm. You can also reach out to the SunshineCareFoundation.org and find us.
SunshineCareFoundation.org.
And we will help you and your family.
Okay.
We look forward to hearing from you.
Oh my God, I'm sure this is like this is like a helping hand, pulling them up. Thank you for that, Geraldine. And then, as you are doing that, what's your takeaway when you go? Because she is not only just giving the money, writing the check. She goes to the area.
So, disease doesn't just affect the patient. It affects the family. It affects the community. It affects everyone around. And I wanted to let the patients know that they're not alone and we're not alone. Because when you are in this feeling of a state of helplessness, right? You feel like, who else out there understands me? It's very, very stressful. So I go out into the field. I actually go out into the field with my brother, and we meet with our patients. It's very important to me that they know who is helping them, because they're also helping me. And we give each other strength. This is when I realized, having come from the corporate world, working here with folks on Wall Street and in the finance sector, it's a different way of relating to other people when you are dealing with a difficult situation where there's suffering involved. And it really made me appreciate, so a little bit of backtrack. I as I said earlier, I have a public policy degree because I really wanted to give back and serve the public in some way. And be careful what you ask for. Because not only did I end up going back to the Philippines, but I end up going back to my town, my hometown, where actually I was born. I was born in Rojas City, Capiz. So I ended up going back to my town because there are a lot of people there who are affected, right? And this is the kind of work, you never know what will fall in your lap and what challenges, opportunities and challenges, they're like the same, different sides of the same coin, actually. But what challenges the divine might give you, that God might give you, so you can grow and you can be of service to others as an instrument, right? We're all instruments.
So what she wants to say, what she tells the people that she's in touch with, you will not be left behind.
Yes.
Hindi ka iiwanan. You will not be abandoned.
Hindi ka namin iiwanan because we're really all together. So through my interactions with the patients, I really started to understand at a deeper level who I am as a Filipino and what it means to serve. And it was very democratizing, right? Because in the Philippines, we have a tendency to not want to talk about, even though we're very emotional people, like when it comes to vulnerabilities like disease, we don't want to talk about it, right? It's very hush-hush because what if these folks will view me that way, these folks will view me another way. So I think this is the piece of having lived in America for a long time that gives you that confidence to say, this is who I am. Actually, this is who I am. Because when you come to the United States, it's something that you have to do. We're not indigenous here, right? Of course, the first Filipino came in 1587. So
that's right. You've been here a long time.
We've been here a long time. But, this is a country of immigrants, and people come from all over the world. So you have to say, this is who I am. But I think, and of course, I started out in the Philippines before coming here. But going back to my roots.
As an adult already.
As an adult, in a different context where I'm there to help, but they're also there to help me. Because the opportunity in this challenge is realizing that we need each other.
Yes.
And by the grace of God, I was given these resources to go to a great university, to have...
That's Harvard.
resources to do something, right? But not everyone may be in the position to say, yes, I'm actually going to do something. And my helping the other patients is also helping me because I also come from a patient family.
Yes.
And so now, like I said, we're very close to a cure. And it'll be a great day when we are able to, share that with our fellow Filipinos, with the patients in the world.
Yes,
but
not only to Philippines, but to the world, because this one is a worldwide malady.
Yeah, because Parkinson's does affect everyone. I mean, this part of the brain called the basal ganglia, it actually affects not just this particular... When there's or something goes wrong in that part of the brain, it's not just this Filipino disease, it's all other kinds of Parkinson's and movement disorders. So a deeper understanding of that will really open the doors to understanding of other diseases that affect other people in the world. So this is our contribution.
Okay, but that's not only that. By going to the Philippines, she understood that our education is at its lowest level.
Yeah.
So what did you do then with the Department of Education?
So I am a self-declared geek. I love learning and I love education. And my mom has always said, as a lot of Asian American parents say, you have to love learning because that education is yours. Once you have that, it's yours. No one can take that away. So I always love learning, and hence, the ladder that I took from grade school to high school to college.
As I told you, she has 3 degrees, guys. Okay, so the mother saying love learning because it is in your mind. Yes. Nobody can take it away from you. So with that, she started something else in the Department of Education. So
when I was on the Harvard Board of Overseers, I just rolled off, by the way, just so my roles at Harvard have shifted to other committees. But I met with Sal Khan, who is the founder of Khan Academy. And if you're in the United States, even if you're not if you're in the Philippines, because a lot of students use it there, you will know Khan Academy. It is the most widely used EdTech platform, world-class EdTech platform used by students, mostly in the U.S. All the students here know about it in America, but in other parts of the world, because its mission is to provide a free, world-class education to anyone, anywhere. So it is a form of democratizing education.
Okay, Khan, Khan.
Yes.
And I read about it around 15 years ago.
Yes.
And when she said she knew him, I said, what? How did you get to know Khan himself. So Khan Academy on the internet is khanacademy.org.
Yeah, and you can download it from your app store. And if you're in the U.S., well, if you're in the Philippines, it'll pull up Khan Academy Philippines. But if you are in the U.S., just type Math Philippines or Khan Academy Philippines, and it'll take you to the Philippine site. But basically, at this time, this was right after the pandemic. Our governing board, we always give honorary degrees, as you know, every year. And this year we gave an honorary degree to Rita Moreno, she was fantastic.
Rita Moreno, Broadway star,
100%.
90 years old.
She moves like she's like half that age, but she's amazing and very inspiring. So we bring inspiring people like that to Harvard. And we did that with Sal Khan because he has been, my kids introduced me to Khan Academy, and we would geek out and watch the videos of Khan Academy together. So he was always someone I admired in the education space, especially in the democratization of education for everyone.
Okay, so everyone, or Khan, this founder of the Khan Academy, you can watch the video and learn math and learn, all kinds of sciences, starting with kindergarten.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's not just videos now. So it's a platform where you can gauge your skills mastery, right? A lot of students use this for STEM and in the math and the sciences, all the way to advanced level, from basic to advanced level. And at this time, the Philippines was experiencing, our students were experiencing really a level of, we were not doing well in English, math, and science on some of the tests, like the PISA test that's run by the OECD. We were ranking quite low, which to me was alarming, extremely alarming, because we're very smart people, smart, resourceful, and I just couldn't believe that we were ranking so low.
Okay, in the 190 countries, the Philippines is 120. Kulelat, we are the low 10%. Okay.
Yeah, that to me as a lover of education and a believer in our people was very distressing, right? And here I am at the top university talking to someone who has revolutionized the democratization of education through EdTech. I said, I have to take advantage of this and talk to Sal and let him know, hey, like, Sal, like, we need you in the Philippines. We need Khan Academy. So after we gave him his honorary degree, I reached out separately and I said, hey, can you give us a chance and take a risk on me to give us the first license for Khan Academy International. And it took him a while because, whenever you're the first, right, it has to think about it. What does that mean? And it really means localizing the platform so that not only is the U.S. content on there, but all of Philippine content.
Okay, so she was able to Philippinize Khan Academy Philippines.
Yes. So he, thank God, agreed, and we started this. We're now a year and a half old. We're going to be 2 years old in October. And what we did was we kept the U.S. curriculum on there because people in the Philippines, students in the Philippines do use U.S. curriculum. There are hundreds of courses on there, including lifelong learning. So you can learn about personal finance, financial literacy. This is for pre-K to lifelong learners. And everyone in between.
Okay, for those who are not financially literate, you don't know how to save money, go to Khan Academy, please. KHAN Academy. You can learn it.
Yes, and you can download the app. It's free. So what we did was we Philippinized the Khan Academy platform. So we have US curriculum on there, and we added Philippine curriculum. So starting with math, science should be on there shortly, and English. But basically, we decided to do a pilot because we were not sure how students or teachers in the Philippines were going to take this, if they were going to do the uptake, right? And like the platform. So we started out with 34 schools last year, very successful. A lot of in the NCR, National Capital Region, Greater Manila region, and Dumaguete. That's where we started. We wanted to do a province. It was so successful. Our students loved it. The teachers loved it because it cut down on their administrative tasks, and allowed for efficiency, greater efficiency, and a way to access the materials. We also have a lot of schools that don't have textbooks, unfortunately. So this covers the gap when you don't have textbooks, because all you need is your phone.
You need is your phone. All right. And how about connection to the internet?
Yes. Your phone.
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Of course, you need cellular or satellite. So any of those. And right now, we have great partnerships with Philippine Telecom, who are really helping us. Of course, a Smart and then Globe. So if you're a Smart subscriber, Khan Academy is free, unlimited usage, doesn't eat your data. So it's already identified. So it will really help students and teachers be able to study more, work more on the platform without it eating your data. So that's a really great thing. And we will be soon on the Globe One app, so you can access this on Globe. We're also in discussions with Converge in areas where Converge is strong, and Starlink, especially in areas that are last mile, so don't have access to cellular capacity. Data Lake is helping us with Starlink. So these are different ways that you can access it. With just a simple smartphone, anyone can access it and start learning. The nice thing is when you're in the schools, we also gather data so that we can show DepEd where interventions should be made, where we can support our teachers and students in their skills mastery. So we look at skills mastery for math, English, and science. So we can really track where the students are, and we have data, from national level all the way to local. So we can help DepEd support these communities that seem to be struggling with skills mastery. We are, of course, also going to the private schools. So it's available to anyone. It's free anyway. We teach you how to use it better. And now we have AI capacities. Last December 10, we gave the teacher tools for free to our teachers, and are now teaching them how to use it. Some of the teachers are like, oh my gosh, this has cut my admin time in half. Now I can go on date night with my husband again. And I can focus on teaching.
Okay, so for those of you listening, you'll have to get your governor, because in order to introduce it, you have to train teachers, and you have to give them something, feed them at least.
Yes.
And you have to have also some tools, or not everyone has an iPhone.
Yes.
So the governor will have to fund that initial thing, and then from then on, it's easy sailing. So from first year,
34 schools.
34 schools, and now they have 300.
No, we're over 1,500.
1,500 in second year only. So
and growing.
Those who are very close to a governor, like I am, the governor of Sorsogon, Boboy Amor, okay, I'm going to get in touch with him, because it should be in Sorsogon. So for those listening, call your governor and say, get in touch with Khan Academy Philippines.
Yeah. So the nice thing about this is everyone can help, actually. We also have foundations who help us. We're very grateful to the Gokongwei Brothers Foundation, to the Ayala Foundation, to Metrobank Foundation. They help us. Those are the bigger foundations, but there are other...
How about SM?
So SM is helping us through Data Lake.
Data Lake, okay.
That is Starlink. But anyone can help. If you are a small business in your area and you want to help feed the teachers during our training, because the training is free.
but you have to feed the teachers. Siyempre kailangan.
If you would like to assist us in any way, if you're in a PhilAm community and you would like to support us, we also have multinationals who are present in the Philippines. Accenture is a partner, PwC, McKinsey. So they have helped us with devices, because devices, they turn over in 3 years, right?
Device means the iPhone.
Laptop. Tablets, anything. Mm-hmm. Instead of throwing it away, you can donate it to us and DepEd, and we will use it wisely, and we will steward your donation.
And they will fix it.
Yeah, we will make sure that the students it's put to good use. because the students need devices. So even if it's secondhand, we will take those devices. We have some areas of the Philippines that really, really need them. So anything, this is true bayanihan. Okay, guys, like there's no gift that's too small. So if you would like to help, if you are a PhilAm organization in the United States and you would like to help your community in the Philippines, please contact us. We will make sure that you are, once you give your donation, whether devices, money, whatever, we have a menu of options. We will make sure that you are always in touch with what we're doing. We will keep you abreast. You will feel so good about your giving and your help because you will see we are very young. We're over 111 million people now, very young population.
50% of our population in the Philippines is 25 years old and under.
Yeah, we have a 50%. Very young population. Mm-hmm. So, ano na lang tayo kung hindi educated, di ba? Yeah. So we really need to help everyone to get educated and help contribute to a skilled workforce. Because at the end of the day, that will boost our economy and make the Philippines a stronger country.
Yes, we should be number one. Not kulelat. Not kulelat. And for those who are not Filipino Americans, okay, Khan Academy is available.
Yes.
So please get in touch with khanacademy.com.
I think it's .org.
.org. Yeah. Okay, whatever it is, you'll find it.
You can find it on your app store.
On your app store. Now, the last thing is that as you were going back home, you saw how much being home and dealing with Filipinos back home made you more Filipino. So you thought of something else. How about the Filipino-American youth here in the United States?
Yes.
How do they get in touch back with their Filipino-ness?
Yeah. So my kids, like I said earlier, we're kind of a geeky family. We love education, we love learning, and we love history. And so as my family and I would go around and travel, and these were when my kids were really little, we would, really try to immerse ourselves in the language, the food, the traditions, the history of whatever location we were visiting. And doing that in the Philippines was very natural, right? We're not just about beaches. We have a beautiful country with a deep history, lots of beautiful culture, beautiful traditions, and great food. If you don't already know that, check out Filipino food. It's the best. So I would take my kids around. We would visit Emilio Aguinaldo's house in Cavite. We would go to visit Fort Bonifacio. We would go to Intramuros. And I would bring the best guides with us to educate my children on their Filipino side. Like, this is what the culture is, the history, the culture. And then I realized there's such a deep love for doing this because I was also realizing things that I didn't know. How wonderful it would be to share this with our Filipino youth, especially the PhilAm youth, those who are born here, right? Who are questioning, who am I? Where do I come from? Why is it that my lolo and lola say this thing all the time? What does that really mean, right? So I started. Go ahead.
Remember, Geraldine is married to Gabe Sunshine, American.
Yes.
So the children are Filipino American.
Correct.
But they know America, but they don't know their Filipino-ness.
Yes.
Okay, so she started something else.
Yes. But now they're quite expert in Philippine history. It's pretty amazing how much they know now. So I wanted to share this way of
finding the roots, actually.
Yeah, and really, interfacing with Philippine culture for our young people. So I started this program called Philippine Living Heritage.
Philippine Living Heritage.
Yeah, it's the Philippine Living Heritage Initiative. You can find it in philippinelivingheritageinitiative.org. It's PLHI for short. You can find this on the web and learn more about it. But basically, it's a fellowship leadership program for Filipino American high school leaders, students and leaders who want to explore their identity in their roots. And you have to apply because we can only take so many. We're in our third year now, and it's always oversubscribed. And the wait list is long.
How many do you select?
We take about 30 students a year. We're expanding that cohort because the demand has been quite high. It's not a travel company. It's an education experience. I just want to be clear about that. We don't just tour people. It's not a touring thing. So what we do is we get fellows. You have to apply. There's a process, an interview process. There are essays that you have to write, and we select the top leaders. It's high school between the ages of 15 and 18. And there's an online curriculum that we take you through where we teach you Filipino history, Phil-Am history, cross-cultural competence, leadership skills, and Filipino. So you do this for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks in the Philippines learning all those things.
And then after that, we have an immersion piece where we take you to Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And
those are the three main regions
of the Philippines.
Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao.
Yes.
So you got to all three.
Yes, we take them to all three so that they can experience the diversity of the Philippines because, here in the U.S., we talk about diversity a lot. The Philippines is a very diverse country. We have over 100 languages, different foods, different cultures and subcultures, different flora and fauna. It's not just beaches. We have mountains and mountainous regions and lakes and volcanoes. It's just really a very diverse country. The food's diverse. So if you go all
different
the way,
religion too.
Different religions. So I think this is why Filipinos love harmony, right? We have to live in harmony too amongst ourselves. An appreciation for differences. We're a very loving and welcoming culture.
So when is the deadline? For next summer.
So this deadline has passed, but
for next year.
For next year, I think we start opening in January for the summer. So this is how long it is, and part of it too involves college coaching. So we help the students through whatever questions they might have on college applications. And most of our students, you can check out the website, go to very, very, very good schools.
Right.
Colleges after their
So
program.
for those who are Filipino Americans, whether your father, mother, grandmother, grandfather is Filipino, okay, you can apply.
Yes.
And the deadline is around December.
Yeah.
And they have to apply on...
That's when we open in December, and I think it closes a couple months later. So
okay, don't wait until the end.
Yeah.
And what is it? And you have to go to
Philippine Living Heritage Initiative.org.
Okay,
Yeah.
so write it down, please. For those especially with children going to high school or in high school.
It's a wonderful program. Again, it's an education program. I call it a cultural retreat. Where we really go through the process of like who you are. We go deep into what it means to be Filipino. And at the end of it, we do require that the students do a leadership program at their high schools if they're not completing it yet, or at their colleges to continue the journey. And these cohorts are very tight because they have shared experiences of being in the Philippines together.
For 2 weeks. All right, it's almost like they became fraternity brothers and sorority sisters.
So overall, it's about a month.
Oh, wow.
Because
yes.
there's a curriculum
and it's free.
piece.
It's all free. Whether you are poor or rich, it's all free.
Well, that one's not free. We do have a financial aid program.
Financial aid, okay.
Because we do need to cover our costs.
yes. But whatever it is, it's worth it.
Yes.
And for those who may, get extra jobs.
Yeah.
So that you can afford.
Yeah.
This
It's not that
very
expensive.
very minimum
Yeah.
provisions. Yes.
Excellent.
All right. Oh my God. So this is Geraldine Acuña-Sunshine.
Thank you.
So
Evelyn.
many things she's doing. She's doing so many things. Now, do you mind? We have questions from the audience. Now, this is from Dr. Janice L.
Oh.
What was the one thing where a mistake ended up being a huge opportunity or blessing?
I don't don't know if I really believe in mistakes. I believe that things happen for a reason. And
Wait, did you just hear that? All right. For those of you who make a mistake or who failed and you think it's the end, okay? Did you hear what she said? It's an opportunity.
right. I really, really believe that the challenge and opportunities are really two sides of the same coin, because it's a chance. These are all opportunities for growth, whatever it is in life, right? It's an opportunity for growth, and maybe it comes from being a student, right, or being a good student. Where I was telling Loida earlier, what falls on your lap. Because I was lecturing in a class one time, and the student asked me, how can I make an impact like you? How can I create impact? Where do I have to go? And I said, well, you don't have to go that far. You don't have to go halfway around the world. See what falls on your lap right now, because that's your spiritual homework. This is what you're meant to deal with right now. And I am a believer that whatever you do, multiplies. It's all energy, right? And this has a ripple effect. So if this falls on your lap, whether it's a relationship you need to heal, or a mistake you made you need to correct, these are opportunities for growth. And the only response you can have there is whether you say, yes, I'm going to take that challenge and turn it into an opportunity, or no. These are really just the question and questions you need to answer, and the only answers you can give. So when my brother developed this disease, it was really hard, right? Everyone will go through this. It's part of life. And so the question is, how do I take this challenge and do something good with it? Because at the end of the day, that's what matters. It's getting up from falling down or whatever challenge that is, and doing something positive and good. Then you're on to the next.
Okay. All right. For everyone who is down, yes, being down is just a boost to go up.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for that. Now, Carissa V. How many Filipino student subscribers does Khan Academy currently have? And what is the goal for the next 5 years? Oh, you answered a bit of it, but the goal for the next 5 years.
Well, if you were going to ask Secretary Angara,
he is the Secretary of Education in the Philippines.
He said, Geraldine, we have 60,000 schools, so we need to go. We need to move fast.
60,000 schools, public schools only, not even counting the private schools.
Yeah, so he would like us to get up to speed. Technology and EdTech and AI, this is where we are, and no, the world's not going back, okay? So how do we get our students to the next level? And of course, for us to get our students and the workforce to the next level, to be able to deal with the new economy, it's really to making sure that they have the foundational skills, strong reading, writing, and math. You just have to get those foundational skills down. And EdTech. How do you engage with technology? We have to give students those skills. So our ideal is really to go through all the schools, but I also didn't anticipate going from 34 to over 1,500 schools. We were able to, I'm telling you.
In second year only.
In the second, we're not even at the end of our second year, and now we're going into our third, and that number is accelerating. Because what I've realized in helping with the Philippines is we are such a resourceful people. You just give a little bit, and they run with it. And the gratitude, you feel in yourself, and in the people you're helping who are also helping you. It's mutual. I don't want to say I'm just helping. No, they're also helping me. We're all in it together. We are all in it together. So I don't know what the number is, because the top number is to get into all those schools and to help all those students. Right now, we actually have over 1 million students and learners on the platform, but we don't track all of them because it's free, right? Anyone can learn. So our goal is to, right now, at least to get to the 1 million students that we actually track. So the denominator of all students will increase, but as many learners as we can get on there, we would love to get on there.
Okay, my goodness. All right. Now this is from Lina C. What would you say are the biggest challenges in each of the organizations you are currently involved in? There's at least 3 that you mentioned.
Right. So for CCXDP and solving XDP, it really is continuing to work on finding the cure. Science is a creative process. It's not like investing in X, you'll get Y. That's not how it works. It really is trying to put different puzzle pieces together. So as we try to find a therapy, I'm working with US Pharma now to find a cure for XDP. And we're very close. So I'm encouraged by that. But it is a creative process where you bring different parts. It's trial and error. That's a scientific method, right? You have a thesis, you try it, you see if it works, what doesn't work, and you write it down. And publish in journals, because it's all, how can we put the puzzle pieces together? So it's finding the cure for this disease, big challenge, and also just taking care of the patients, making sure their spirits remain high, or they're uplifted as we all go through this difficult process together, right? So that's the challenge there. For education, the challenge really is, in the Philippines, it's changing mindset, because we have sometimes, the growth, we don't have as much of a growth mindset. So sometimes we'll think, ganyan na ko, hindi na ako magbabago, or like mahirap na yan, I'm not that smart. So basically I'm saying I'm not really that smart. So I cannot become better. And actually you can. You can get better. And when we were rolling out the Khan Academy platform, because of the way that the platform was continuing to teach the students math, the parents could see math scores rise. And some of the parents, are OFWs, they're messaging us. They may be in Dubai, but because it's EdTech, they can see their kids doing their homework, whether or not they're doing their homework. They're like, matalino palang anak ko.
My son, my daughter is bright. I didn't know that.
My kids are smart. I said, yes, your kids are smart. These are the kinds of messages that we would get from parents, because we also onboard parents. We onboard teachers, the students, and parents, because it takes a community to support the students. So the growth mindset, even with teachers who might put their students in categories already. These are the smart students. These are the not so smart students. We are trying to do, that is actually a big part. That's not directly foundational skills, but very important in the development of a child as we continue to educate them, because kids learn at different speeds and in different ways. So when my team goes out to train, this is actually a big part of our training. It's growth mindset. Kaya natin to. So one of our mantras is, we can do it. We can do it. You can do it. I can do it. KHAN.
Kaya natin. Kaya natin. Yes. Okay. This is from Brian E. What keeps you going, and what advice can you give for those who want to make a meaningful impact, but already feel overwhelmed by the day-to-day life?
Yeah. So this is where, especially now with social media, and we have the world in our hands on our phone, I think it's very easy to get overwhelmed with what's going on in the world. But I think the important thing is to focus on what you can do, right? And I was telling Loida earlier that I like to quote Teddy Roosevelt when he says, do what you can.
Do what you can.
With what you have.
With what you have.
Wherever you are.
Wherever you are. Oh, you repeat that again. Please write it down. Do what you can with whatever you have, wherever you are. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, Ryan, that was an excellent answer from Geraldine. And maybe the last, what would you say is your 3 core values? Because earlier you said about 3 things that you have within you.
I think it's important to have a prayerful life.
Prayerful life, all right? For all of you who are out there who have forgotten about God, please pray every day, because God remains with us. See, that's her secret. Her inner power. Prayerful life, that's the first.
Yeah. Love learning. So education, because my parents have always said education is something that no one can take away from you.
So continue learning.
Yeah.
All right. You fail, you don't. Always say, I can do it. I can learn.
Yes.
Okay.
And meaningful work.
Meaningful work. All right. So in the end, what do you do for others? Okay? That's the secret. The 3 secrets of success. That's why she's happy in her work. She's happy with her relationship. And she's happy that she's doing what she loves to do.
Yes.
Huh? Is that more or less?
And all of it, of course, authentic relationships. That's really important to us. You weave in with your prayerful life and your meaningful work. You know, be with people who uplift you, who inspire you, who give you hope. Because the energy there is so positive. And in this world right now, that's where we need to be.
Relationship. All right? So, those who are getting away energy from you, stay away. They remain friends, pero iwasan. Avoid them. Because it takes away your energy. Para bang vampire. So stay very, very wise. That's why she's so successful and she can do so many things. Of course, aside from marrying Gabe Sunshine. So
big plus. Big plus.
That's a big plus. Meaningful relationship, prayer for life, meaningful relationship, be aware of, always learn.
Yeah.
And the last one is meaningful work.
Yes.
That's our secret, guys. All right. Wonderful, Geraldine.
Thank you.
So we're almost at the end of the line. So Geraldine, do you have any final words to your audience, to those who are watching?
Well, again, to those who are interested in learning more about X-linked Dystonia Parkinsonism and how we can help your loved ones or family, or if you know anyone who might be affected by this disease, you can go to CCXDP.org or the SunshineCareFoundation.org. For Khan Academy, if you would love to help us as we continue educating Filipinos and students in the Philippines, go to KhanAcademyPhilippines.org and reach out to us. And if you would like to have your high schooler or Phil-M leader be part of our leadership high school program, you can go to PhilippineLivingHeritageInitiative.org. Thank you.
There you have it from our guest, Geraldine Acuña-Sunshine. And you heard it here at the Loida Lewis podcast. Let's live, love, laugh, and learn together. Thank you. Galing.
The Loida Lewis podcast, hosted by Loida Lewis, is produced by the creators of Over a Glass or Two, Jesse and JV. Executive produced by Laura Nicholas Olace. Rate and review us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts for a chance to be featured on a future episode. Have a question for Miss Loida? Just email us on askloidalewis@gmail.com. Your question might make its way to a future episode. Subscribe on all major platforms to never miss a beat. Thank you for listening to the Loida Lewis podcast. Let's live, love, laugh, and learn together